by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish, Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597. That's 850-896-6597. And online at wheelhousedba.com.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great-looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
This is J.P. Shadrick with the Jaguars Report presented by Farah and Farah. Head coach Liam Cohen on the playoff mentality needed after this.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
The Jaguars host the Bills in an AFC wildcard playoff game Sunday at 1 o'clock. Head coach Liam Cohen explaining his team's playoff mindset.
Same as, man. Same as. That's what we talked about this morning was 1-0 again this week. Especially, we're in the dance now, right? We're in the tournament, so it is. We got to go 1-0 each week. But taking it week in and week out, and our players have done a nice job of rising to the level of competition and playing well in important games, right? And the no flinch, no blink mentality, the mindset to, hey, we got to go take care of ourselves, go play our best football, put our best foot forward, and go compete our asses off and see what happens. I think we got enough guys that have played in playoff atmosphere, that know what it takes, that know what it's about, that can help some of these younger guys maybe talk through it.
The Jaguars host the Bills Sunday. For more, visit Jaguars.com. With the Jaguars Report, I'm J.P. Shadrick.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And now, the Gulf Coast's newest sports talk host.
Hey, there's the new guy.
Paul Wilson.
That is not winning football.
Paul is your pipeline to the heart of the action.
The defense can only play this good for so long.
Hot takes, big reactions, and your calls are incoming.
This week, it's really going to be crucial.
The Sports Blitz.
They're playing championship football.
The new Sports Blitz.
You can say what you want.
On 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's 4 o'clock on this Peach Bowl Friday, and you're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Your spot for the Peach Bowl tonight. Coverage starts right after the show at 6 o'clock. Kickoff is at 6:30. We're pumped up and ready to go for this Friday. Man, oh man, do we have a great show for you today. I am pumped up and ready to go. And as always, on a Friday, Jeffrey in the building wearing the Mobtown shirt. Is it Mardi Gras season yet?
It is Mardi Gras season.
It is. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I'll tell you this, man. You brought in the cinnamon king cake. Where's the baby at?
The baby is not placed inside. It's placed outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you won't choke on it. Don't worry about it.
All right, that's good.
I'd already cut into it now.
Okay.
Because I can't resist.
That's a big piece. You ate that whole piece?
Are you judging?
Slightly.
But I do a New Orleans thing. I don't know if this is a Mobile thing, but we leave the knife inside. It's like a whole thing.
That's weird.
Yes, it is. But it's New Orleans. What do you expect?
A bunch of LSU and Saint fans with a knife in their cake. No thanks.
It's like
I'll pass.
Well, most of the time it's like a butter knife, you know.
Do you just
it's not hard to cut into.
Do you just leave it in the box, or do you leave it standing up in the cake?
No. Well, that sounds kind of, I don't know about that one.
Well, James is he's out there at times. So
wow. There you go. I mean, we're not mad people. We're just fun people.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But it's easier to grab it. If it's already standing up there, man, you just yank that thing on out and start hacking away.
Wow. Either way.
Maybe a wedding cake, but not king cake. Do y'all have king cake in Mobile all the time? It's like a big
because
thing.
Mobile is the originator of Mardi Gras. So
and it's so funny because, I've been going on these little, expeditions everywhere with my girlfriend. And we went to Mobile and we went to the Mardi Gras Museum there.
There you go.
Museum, yeah. It's okay.
Jeffrey, if you want to know anything about the traveling of the area, Jeffrey knows all about it. He goes to museums and libraries and all of the above.
All over the place.
That's right. And as always, on a Friday, maybe not always, but gladly to have you. Yeah, James is in the building. How you doing?
Up, guys? How's everybody doing on this wonderful Friday?
Oh, I'm doing great.
It's good. I wish the weather... How can you complain, though? We're in January, and it's like 75 is the high in Panama City Beach. But I still wish it was 80.
Oh, my God.
Are we just, I don't know.
I do want
spoiled.
I do want 80, but I just can't believe we're 4 minutes into the show, and all you want to talk about is weather whenever we had the Miami Hurricanes taking on the Ole Miss Rebels last night, and all these Miami fans are already on the Facebook page commenting. Christopher Multicante, he said... Was there a game last night? Did something happen from last night's show or yesterday's show till today? Absolutely, Christopher. And then our other Chris,
Stevens?
We all already knew he was great. The great kicker for Ole Miss.
Woo! Wow. He did miss one. It dinked and
went out.
The other two were like distance, and like one of them was like 57 and went 65, and he was crazy.
Yeah.
That guy's good.
Dude's got a leg.
He should... Okay, you're running a team. What round you drafting him in? Because seriously, he should be drafted.
So, I don't know. I mean,
fifth, fourth round. You want to try and secure him?
I would say fifth round, fourth round. Yeah, somewhere around there. I definitely wouldn't do what the Raiders did and draft Sebastian Janikowski with the first pick of their draft.
Was that first round?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
He's the first kicker taken, I believe.
Yeah.
Ever.
No. Well, you say kicker, place kicker, yes.
Yes.
But Ray Guy. In the first round, I think it was 73 or 72.
I wasn't alive.
You weren't alive. I know. By the Raiders. Al Davis, they all called Al Davis crazy for drafting a punter. And guess who's the only punter? I think he's the only punter in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And it's Ray Guy.
Right. Ray Guy is.
And
Southern Miss.
Yeah. And guess what? They opened up the Superdome in 75. He punted it. It hit the thing where the TVs are in the middle. Nobody hits that thing. He hit it with a punt.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he had a big leg. But that kid last night had a big leg.
Oh, yeah, great. Now, I'm not just listening to Hurricane fans, but I'm sure we got some other ones up in there. I've been listening to Seminole fans and Gator fans and Irish fans, all the fans, Ole Miss fans. My daughter was texting me last night.
Yeah, did you have to do daddy support last night after the game?
I kind of talked her a little bit off of a cliff because she was saying how bad of a penalty interference it is, and I'm like, listen, I don't hate it, okay? Because basically, if you really look at it, the Hurricane guy, sure, he was more aggressive with the penalty interference, but the Ole Miss guy extended his hand out a little bit, and he knuckled it. If he hadn't done that, it could have been a flag on the Hurricanes if he just hadn't returned the favor of the interference. And that's the problem, is that You know, it when it goes both ways like that, when it goes both ways, it's not a flag.
Well, and that's the thing. You got two chances. You got two ways of doing it right there.
Yeah.
You got two ways of doing it. What you got to look at what the call is for offensive pass interference. You got to look at what the call is for defensive pass interference.
Yeah.
Did both of the people do those things? Yes.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
So you either throw a flag and you call pass interference on the offense, pass interference on the defense, or you do a no call, which is what they chose to do.
Call,
and that's what it was. And so, you know, all of this stuff, you know as well as I do, the referees, as much as we don't want them to be a part of the game, that's not relevant. They've got to be a part of the game.
Yeah, they do.
Was there calls that could have been called on either team all night long? Absolutely. Did one team get more favorable calls than the other? I don't think so. In this game, I watched the from the beginning to the end. When you have a bias in your mind, you're going to find it.
Exactly.
But if you're unbiased and you really just want to see a good football game, you can tell. And I like watching sometimes the interior. I'll rewind it and watch to see if, you know, how did Bain do that play? Where was he at? Why didn't he get to the quarterback? And you'll look and you'll see the guy had his arm around his neck. Same thing happened with the other side as well. On Ole Miss's side, they were holding them as well.
So I'll disagree. I think the more favorable calls were against the Hurricanes. They're in favor of the Ole Miss Rebels. And the Ole Miss Rebels got outplayed.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because Lacey had that, 73-yard run.
75, yep.
75-yard run, and that was early, I know. But look at the time domination in the first half. It shouldn't have been a 4-point game at halftime. The Hurricanes outplayed them, and I'm okay with the results. And even though I wanted Ole Miss to win, though I did pick the Hurricanes, I thought they were going to win in a close one, and this was pretty close. I mean, it came down to last play. And Saban was right what he said about this game, and Desmond Howard's pretty much wrong. After the game when they talked.
And I'll just be honest with you. There's a lot of times that Desmond Howard is wrong. And I mean, I'm not trying to just throw him under the bus or anything.
Yeah.
Just something so everybody knows, we will be doing the prediction of the scores tonight. So, yes, so we'll be doing that. I'll tell you what, we're going to give James the first, up until the first break before he starts calculating it. So we'll open it up for everybody after the first break, on the Red 70s phone line.
So nobody won last night on the
Nobody got it last night. There was a lot of close scores. Like even, one score was really close by 1 point, but he picked Ole Miss to win by. So it was a flip-flop. So he actually got it. I think Tim Adams was one of the ones. And before we go any further, my mom and dad, it's their 50th anniversary. And I just want to say happy anniversary to my mom and dad, because you know what? Had there not been for you guys being together, I wouldn't be here right now talking to Jeffrey or having this show. So
it's awesome.
Happy anniversary to my mom and dad, even though I've told them both already today. But, man, it's pretty awesome. And when they come into Panama City Beach, we're going to do something really special for them, so it'll be a fun time. So either way, let's get back to the game.
I just hate they raised you an Alabama fan, that's all.
Well, the thing is my mom likes Georgia.
Oh, what?
So
oh, my God, your house divided?
Yeah, so my mom likes Georgia. She was a big fan of Mark Richt, so she liked him. So
that's fairly recent.
Yeah. So, but she's never been a big Alabama fan. My dad is. So, but anyway, so when you look at it, there's a lot of things. I know that a lot of things that were talked about during the show or during the broadcast last night, as well as after the show and after the game, and even all the way through today, about the targeting. I mean, one was called, but then overturned.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's tomatoes for me on that. I mean, do I think what is your purpose in having it? Because if your purpose is safety, then the first one that was overturned by Ole Miss, that was worse than the other one, because it was helmet to helmet. Both of them fell down. Both of them got dinged up. Both of them needed to go to the tent.
Well, there's two things. There's safety and there's intention. Yeah. And then the first time, the targeting, it wasn't the crown of the helmet. It was like right up in front. So they kind of like, it's not that like they kissed, but it was just a little off angle from, where they're kissing with their face masks and everything. So
yeah,
you hate the word kissing.
Yeah, I hate it when you say kissing. That's gross.
Kissing on the field.
But when you look at it, it was almost like the defender. There's a term when you're playing defense called "get your head turned around," and that is basically just to find the ball. That's something that you try to teach or whatever on the defensive side of the ball. And that to me was what happened. It seemed like the defender for Ole Miss, he just got lost in running, and by the time when he turned to see, he was already there, and there was no stopping him. So obviously there wasn't any intent there. It didn't look like, because, like you said, they hit face to face. He didn't even duck. And and then the other one, it is what it is. I was surprised that they called it on the last one. So
I said like the penalties are being thrown. It was in favor of the Rebels, like more than 60-40.
You thought?
I thought. You wouldn't agree with 60-40 at least?
The way I look at the game, I look at it subjectively in the things that they don't call. And I didn't see anything that they didn't call that they didn't mess up on the other side, too. I saw both.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? There were some bad calls. Yeah. And then there was some no calls that should have been called. But I saw it on both sides. And, you can take pictures and stop it, but, man, I'm telling you, and obviously I'm not a professional referee, but
you've refereed.
I've refereed football before, and you don't have a rewind button, and it's not a slow motion, and it's quick, and it's bang, bang, and you've got to see it, you got to call it, and sometimes you do just miss it. And that's just part of the game. So I'd rather them have it that way than have a bunch of, robots around the game calling every single thing.
Drones.
We would never finish the game because there'd be a penalty every play.
I'd rather just not get blamed for anything, just work the clock.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the clock management, you better do it, because when I start rolling my arm, you better get it rolling or else we're going to blow the whistle. Either way, we're going to go to the Red 7T's phone line. We've got Mike on the line. Mike, how you doing today?
Fine, Paul, are you?
We're doing fantastic.
Good. I want to get into a little bit of college football, if you'll allow me.
Yes, sir.
From where I sat last night, and I was listening to the Ole Miss Miami game on the radio. Of course, your radio station. But anyway, I was listening to the Miami game. You were talking about penalties. What about that first one? That he didn't. He hit him, but they said that he didn't hit him with the press. I think that was a target call, but because of the big response to the game, the rest should have threw him out the first chance they had to get. And I didn't hear what happened on the second what happened on that second hit? Can you explain that to me?
Well, so they was talking about that there was no force, like he had lunged his head towards the other player.
I think the key word they like to use is launch.
Yeah, there was no launch angle.
Launch into him.
Yeah, there wasn't a launch. So yeah, that's a good way to put it, James. And I believe that's just really what they called it. They more or less said they just ran into each other and they went helmet to helmet, which to me, I get intent, but, as a player, I believe, too, that you should be able to play in control. So if you're out of control, then that's on you, whether you are launching or not.
You should. Do you agree with me or not?
Yes.
He should have got thrown out of the game for that. I don't care if he was lunging or launching.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I agree with you.
And I'll tell you something else. The game between Indiana Oregon ain't going to have a chance against Indiana because I think that's going to be a blowout because every time Indiana, look what happened in the Rose Bowl.
Hey, easy, Mike.
He's trying to forget that. Come on.
Let's let that one go. Let's put that one behind us. That was 2025.
I'm telling you, look what happened after Rose Bowl last week. They rolled over. They steamed over 38-3, I heard. But final is going to be Miami Hurricanes with Miami Hurricanes losing to Indiana, or the Miami Hurricanes winning.
Oh, okay.
Indiana losing. The final score is going to be, I predict the low score is going to be 27-24.
That's a close one. Wow.
That's good. Well, Mike, I believe it.
But Mike, let me tell you something. There's a difference between what I thought about the Hurricanes before last night's game and what I think about them now. And if I had given a prediction yesterday before yesterday's game, I would have said that Indiana's going to beat Miami by double digits, and I picked Miami to win that. So that's the two teams that I had in the final. But now that I've seen Miami play again for the third week in a row, I'm thinking this is going to be a little bit closer of a game. But then again, I'm going to watch Indiana tonight, and who knows? Indiana shows me something that, I haven't seen before, and I might have to stretch the lead back out again.
Let me play a little psychology on you. Who do you want to win, Indiana or Oregon? And who do you want the final two to be? What should be the score of Indiana-Miami game if it is Indiana-Miami? Because I'm going to Indiana-Miami. It's going to be the final two with Miami winning it all. You watch and see.
Well, I believe it. Well, you're making a lot of Miami fans on Facebook happy right now. I'm just telling you, just so you know, everybody loves Mike.
Yeah.
Paul?
Yes, sir.
Paul, let me tell you something. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook all the time. So you send some of those ESPN 104.3 listeners my way, and I'll be friends with them.
That's right. I sure will, Mike. Well, we appreciate the call tonight, and, man, we're excited about this game tonight.
Oh, I am too, with Indiana winning in Miami. Already one is going to be Miami all the way.
Well, you've made a lot of fans tonight, Mike, so we appreciate you, my friend. I hope you have a great weekend.
I will, and I'm going to listen to the Indiana game and Oregon game, too. And I'm going to listen to the Miami-Indiana game when January rolls up. See you Monday, Paul.
All right, my friend. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. You got to think about it, and I knew that was going to happen. Christopher Multicante said, let's go, Mike. So, you got to look at it. People want Miami to win because they're the 10th. They're the 10th seed. And, that's just...
It's an underdog story.
It's an underdog story.
Some people didn't want them in.
Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Notre Dame didn't
Notre Dame fans still whining and saying that they belonged in it. I'm like, yeah, in place of Miami? Oh, give me a break. Come on, man.
Well,
y'all out of the conversation. Didn't even go to a bowl because you opted out of it. Just go next year, okay? You can't talk till next year. Go in the corner because you're punished.
Well, we're going to take our next break, but when we come back, we're going to talk more about this game because I got some stuff that I want to talk about, and we need to talk about it. And it's about these Hurricanes, and it's about Ole Miss, too. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Or text him now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn Return to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
Good afternoon. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Friday's weather forecast. A mixture of some clouds and slight fog the rest of the day with temps near 73 and a wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. A variety of mostly clouds and slight fog tonight, a gentle breeze and a temperature of 66. About the same tomorrow around 73 with mostly clouds in the morning followed by sprinkles. Partly cloudy Sunday and quite warm around 64. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
To the rack. Layup good and one. Up for the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, he got it. To the rack. Dunks it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Catch select Florida Gator basketball games on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Your place for the Peach Bowl tonight, baby, right after the show, 6 o'clock. Kickoff is at 6:30. Don't forget, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 7Ts phone lines, the Red 7Ts custom apparel. Go check them out on Facebook and online as well. We are going to start the contest right now. You can call in or you can text in on the Red 7Ts phone line, 850-215-6290. If you want to give us your score on the air live, you can. We'll take that call. If you just want to tell James your score, that's fine as well. The winner who picks the right score, we're probably going to give it to you if you're close. Just so you know, $25 gift card to the Lone Star Boil House. And I'm telling you, crawfish season is in the building. So just so you know, $25 to go over there and get you some crawfish. That's a great deal. Jeffrey's like, what? I'm ready for Mardi Gras. I got the king cake in here. I definitely am ready for some crawfish. Jeffrey, I'm sorry to let you know you're going to pay full price. My bad.
That's
no
okay.
gift cards for you.
That's okay. Guess where I went last night?
Tell us.
I went to Lone Star Boil House.
Yes, and it was good too, wasn't it?
It was good, and guess what? You know how I love seafood.
Yeah.
But they got barbecue too, man.
You love that barbecue.
Oh, my God. I got the pulled pork sandwich one time, right? But last night, it was the brisket. And it was delicious. And they got a few different types of barbecue sauce to put on it. So I had this... what was it called? It was a brown sugar something. It's Kinders or Kinders, I guess is what it is, out of Texas, that barbecue sauce. And I put that on there, may give it a little extra sweet taste to it and all that, had a little twang to it. It was great.
Really good.
It was great. It was really
Watching the game.
Watching the game.
It. And they're doing something tonight, too. They're going to have it full go tonight to watch the game as well. And then the weekend games of the NFL, they're blowing the crawfish out Saturday and Sunday.
Sunday open early up.
Yeah, it's going to be
I'm not a good crawfish person.
I am.
But my brother is, and I know there's other people out there like that. Of course, that's more, I don't say it's more of a Louisiana thing, but, you know, I mean, Louisiana people love that stuff, right?
Yeah, I love it.
And I'm just not big on it, but he says it's about to kick in about 2 or 3 weeks. They're gonna start having the crawfish, and he won't be able to come in.
Yeah, they're getting them tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, they're there tomorrow. I think they got 6 or 1,300 bags.
But I'm talking about I guess every day. Yeah, doing the crawfish boils all the time, and he won't be able to come in on Thursdays because of it. And so he's going to have to come in on another day.
Well, James, I'll give you one. Will Paffrey says that Indiana's going to win tonight 34-27. So Will is down for 34-27 over Oregon in that one.
I think that sounds like an over.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. Let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. Carson Beck last night. He was unbelievable. You got to understand, what did I tell you about national champions? What do I tell you about quarterbacks? You have to be able to do what? Run the football with your quarterback. Now, he got sacked those times, and they allowed him to show negative yards on his final rushing numbers. But I'm telling you, he was phenomenal. When the pocket broke down a couple of times, and this is the thing, not every time that he got outside of the pocket did he get a first down, but what did he do? He got them 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 10.
Yes.
They were getting the third down conversions.
And that's the biggest thing. I mean, when you look at it, that's what it's about. Christopher Multiconte said that Oregon's going to be 28, Indiana 27.
1 point game.
Calling the upset, because that's the upset. So let's look at it. So there was news today that Trinidad Chambliss has been denied again the opportunity to come back to play college football. Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter is when you look at it, he's 23 years old. Mm-hmm. He's going to turn 24 in August. He's already older than J.J. McCarthy. He's the same age as Drake May. He's the same age as Caleb Williams. And he's 1 year younger than, I think, Tua or one of those. So what I'm saying is, this guy's old. You need to go play NFL. I'm sorry.
23 and 24 is way old.
For football, for college football. And I get it. He wants to make his $5 million. But I tell you what, he is small. I don't know how big of an arm he's got. I know he's got a good arm, but I don't know how big of an arm he's got. But I will say this. I think somebody's going to take a chance with him on the NFL. I do. I think he could possibly be. I think somebody's going to take a chance on him.
He's going to go before Ty Simpson.
Wow, you think so?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, Mike gave us a call back in. We were just talking to Mike. He has a score for Indiana, 38, Oregon, 3.
Wow.
Somebody said 45-3 for last night's game, right? Yesterday?
I mean, but that's the deal. I mean, in which Mike, he really believes in Indiana.
You know, I said 30-17. I've been saying that for days and days and days, right? For that Indiana's going to win 30-17. But now I'm thinking about it. 17, that's only 3 little scores. I'm almost thinking I need to move that Oregon score up. That 17 is just a little too little for Oregon to score. They probably got to score in the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just can't hold them the whole game like that. That's a lot of holding down an offense.
Yeah, it is. But getting back to Trinidad, do you think he deserves another year to play just because he's wanting to say that his year at Fair State really was
Didn't count.
Yeah.
Okay, so my daughter, my oldest daughter,
Start the music.
Yeah, well, she didn't play sports at college, but high school she did. But anyway, 6 years. She did her 4 years of undergrad, graduated on time, and did her 2 years of grad school, and she graduated with a graduate degree.
Yeah.
I think cut it off. No exceptions. No applications for waivers or anything like that. You do your 6 school years, and then you're done. And then that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it unless you go off and do military service.
I'll agree with Jeff on this. It should be 6 years. You should have 4 years to play. You get a red shirt, and if you get hurt, like say if you get hurt early, like if you get hurt in the last snap of a game, or the last snap of the last game of the season, I'm not going to count that. But if you get hurt, game number 3, game number 4, fine. I'll give you another season. But we don't need 38-year-old quarterbacks starting, for Arkansas.
Right, you're right. And we got some more. We got a bunch to go over real quick on the Red 17's phone line. Bruce says Indiana 38, Oregon 36.
That's a high scoring.
Then we've got Jamie at 23, Indiana, Oregon 20. Paul says Indiana wins 33-27. And then Don says 45-28, Indiana.
That's a lot of score. Mendoza's not going to put up 45.
So there you go. I mean, you got to look at it. Everybody's picking. Is this the most of the one-sided games that there is?
Well, I mean, until the NFL starts this weekend. Then we'll see a couple of really lopsided ones.
Yeah. Now, there is someone else that wrote it, 38-17, we'll need your name. So if that was you, just make sure you give us your name so that we can get it right. So if you get it right, we can make sure you get the
gift basket.
Yeah. So... But yeah, so I believe too. I'm with you. I'm just
okay.
The
So
same
you keep
way.
on saying Carson Beck's old. Carson Beck's old. So I'm trying to remember. He turns 24 in July.
Carson Beck does.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is.
So he should go to the NFL.
Yeah, after this year.
Yeah. So Trinidad Chambliss should go to the NFL.
Forced out.
Yeah.
You're about to turn. You're going to turn 24 before the next season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 24 years old. I think if you're 23. If you turn 24 during the year,
it's okay.
Okay, let it go. But 24 starting the year, and you're going to be 25 years old by the time the next year comes, or that's your birth year. No, you shouldn't be playing college football. You're a grown man.
Quarter century.
Yeah, you're a grown man. You need to get in the NFL and play against other grown men because, let me just go ahead and say it, Indiana, they're the oldest team in college football, especially in the playoff. They may not be the oldest team totally, but they are in what we're talking about.
And you know what that maturity does?
Yeah, it causes you to win.
No offsides penalties. No, you're laughing. But
I
guess
am
what?
laughing. You make me laugh, Jeffrey.
Guess what Indiana has done this year?
What?
No offsides penalties.
Well, and it's also caused them to be undefeated, so that helps.
I mean, how many fumbles has Indiana had?
Ooh, probably 2.
One,
and
it happened like the 18th play of the season.
And then he whooped them.
He whooped them.
He said, "Not again."
Yeah,
so not on my watch. And he's had 2 years really to discipline these kids. And Mendoza was not there last year.
He wasn't.
I understand not all these guys were there, but a lot of them were. And it's that culture. You teach each and every single one of them, and guess what? The new guys come in and they say, "Oh man, you don't do that. Not with this team. We're a team, and we win." And that's where we're going because we lost that one game last year, and we're not going to do that again.
Let me ask you this about since we're talking about age and all of that. When you look at it across the board, the last time a freshman come in and started and won a national championship was Trevor Lawrence. Okay? And that's been a long time ago. But
18.
But pretty much every
17 season. No, it's 18 season. Is that 17 or 18?
Somewhere in there,
It's been about 7 or 8 years.
Okay, I believe you.
It wasn't a long, long time. It was 7 or 8 years.
It's definitely a long time ago. He's in the NFL. He's definitely not a rookie, and he's in the playoffs. So either way,
good.
Everybody sees what I have to deal with this guy. So either way, I love it. But so when you look at it, it's the guys that have started that usually win. Like you look at Ty Simpson, this was his first year to start. He doesn't win it. Will Howard last year, even though he was at Kansas State, he had started at Kansas State full years at Kansas State, a full year. Somewhere else comes. Mendoza started last year at Cal. Now he's coming here. Carson Beck started at Georgia. Now he's coming back here starting. And so those guys tend to do better in the college game if they've started before. Not to say there's not unicorns, not to say there's guys that come in straight out of the gate and starts and plays. I mean, look at number 10 last night. I mean, he was phenomenal for Miami. I mean, he's a straight up freshman. What's his name? I always get him.
Not Tony.
Yeah, Malachi Tony. Yeah, Malachi Tony. Yeah, that's him.
That guy was
unbelievable.
His confidence.
Yes, he's unbelievable. Hey, so go ahead and put down my wife, even though we're probably not eligible, but she likes to be bragging rights. She says that Indiana's going to win 28-23 over Oregon tonight. So that's not bad. So that's 4 touchdowns.
She wants that barbecue, you know it.
Yeah, she wants me to pay for it. That's what she wants. But either way, That's when you talk about it, though, is it an unfair advantage if your team is older than other teams?
No, it's not unfair. This is a league, and you're going to have when you first started playing football, it was 7 and 8s.
Yeah,
that's what it was for me.
Yeah,
you had 2 years. Now you get to be older and everything, and I'm sorry, you got a 4 or 5 year age gap.
Yeah,
and usually freshmen don't really start, but some do.
It does happen that way in, like, say, for example, travel baseball. You might be, for example, like
under 12,
a 10-year-old, a 10U. You're going to have kids that are 9 playing in the 10, and you're going to have the 10-year-olds. Some of those 10-year-olds are in the 5th grade, whereas some of the 9-year-olds are in the 3rd grade. So you're going to have a 2-year difference at that age.
And that's huge when you're young.
It is huge.
Yes.
And that's the thing. So, like, with football, you can do the same thing. And so, like, sometimes you'll have a 5th grader playing against a 3rd grader in football.
Yeah.
And obviously that's different. But in college, I think it's kind of a little bit the same way, because you do have in high school, I mean, if you're really good and you start as a freshman, that's a big deal. You're going to be playing against, 18-year-old grown men, and that's how it goes. Waylon says 31-28 Oregon. So there you go. I mean, that's, wow. Waylon's picking Oregon to upset them. I'll tell you, well, we'll talk about Oregon. We're going to talk about that game at the top of the hour. But let's get back to this game. I made a statement, and I said it's going to be the Stars. And I think that's what happened to me. Trinidad Chambliss, he was as advertised. I mean, he was phenomenal. He was great. He did everything he was supposed to do. Carson Beck, same thing. Lacey, if you take away the big run, he didn't really do much after that.
Yeah.
He had 103 yards, but one run was 75. So realistically, Miami really did play really good defense. The one thing I'll say about the Miami defensive line that I would have never thought in a million years, had we had talked about it before, which we did, Miami sacked the quarterback one time, once.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there were times where he got outside the pocket, threw the ball away, and they were tackling him.
Oh, yeah.
But if you'd have said how many sacks, I'd have said at least 3.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd have told me Ole Miss was going to have 4 sacks or Miami's 1, I'd have said you're crazy.
Yeah.
No way. I'd have took that bet, and I don't even bet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But were you surprised that they couldn't get to him in the regard of being able to tackle him? Do you think it was because of his elusiveness?
Elusiveness.
You think that was it?
That was it. That was it.
Because they did allow Bain to go one-on-one with their tackles.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was the surprising point to me. What was the surprising point to you?
How lopsided the abilities to wrap up a person and tackle them. Ole Miss would have 2 and 3 guys slip off of a Miami offensive guy. And then when Miami, it didn't matter which position it was, once they got their hands on an Ole Miss guy, he was going down within 1 or 2 yards. No problem. These other guys for Miami, they were getting 5-7 yards after the first guy touches them. And they were outplayed.
I'm sure Hurricane Bobby is at work today. And he's probably going to call at the top of the hour to let us know what
you want me
thought.
to repeat it. No, they got outplayed. Miami was a better team.
But if you remember what he said if they get outside the pocket, I'm not worried about them because our guys tackle. And he's right.
They do.
He was right. I mean, this isn't the first time I've watched Miami play, but I will say this. Miami has hit their stride, and they are better than they were in the middle of the season by far.
Yes.
Not by a little bit, by far. Because realistically, and Chris Steffen, he made a good point when he says this, people overlooked that there were 4 dropped in hand interceptions last night for Miami.
Yeah, there were 2 that were super memorable too.
Yeah.
Like you were like, wow. And the other one was one where it bobbled and went to like 2 different guys or 3 different guys or whatever. It was like,
yeah, that one was like you knew they were going to pick. And the one where he come across and cut it off and dropped it, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that was the opening.
It was like, and that was double coverage. I mean, that might have been something right there that Trinidad Chambliss really, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I know we got to take a break, but it's 1 or 2 things. He didn't see him, or Miami's closing speed was that fast.
It was fast.
Because if you noticed, a lot of times he would throw the ball, and by the time it got there, there were two people there.
Oh, yeah.
So either he was, laying it up, or they were so fast.
It's like they were lurking, and he knew as soon as the ball was released, and boom, they were in just on their way.
Yeah. Well, either way, we're going to take our next break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about it. I got some shocking information about the game that I want to read, and I can't believe it. But either way, when we come back, we'll talk about it. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Call in now.
This is Touchstone service.
The Red 70s studio line is open.
Demonstrate how to make a call with your dial telephone.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. Yes, he can be prickly and moody and a bit arrogant, but for a 42-year-old with this receiving core, this defensive head coach, inconsistent run game, to not throw a pick since November 9th, Aaron Rodgers gets my comeback player of the year.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 1.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you, and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and wide. Off the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, he got it. To the rack. Dunks it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Catch select Florida Gator basketball games on 104.3 ESPN.
Northwest Florida.
The puck stops here. James Fife is part of the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. This is the Peach Bowl edition of the Sports Blitz, and we're so happy. Don't forget, right after the show, 6 o'clock, 6:30's kickoff. You want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290. You can text in, or you can call in on the Red 70s phone line. We have the phone lines open. James is working them babies, and we are doing good with it. If you are wanting to give us the score, we'll read it on the air. We'll even take your call on the air to let you tell us what way the score's going. James, you got something for us?
I got another one. Evan Patterson gave me a text. Indiana will win a 28-17 football game.
Wow, there we go. A lot of 28-17, so it looks like we're going to be giving out some big time. That's the way it's going to work, too, just so you know. If you get it, you get it. I'm not going to,
So two people, same score.
Doesn't matter.
Both nailed it.
Doesn't matter.
They both get up.
Yep, they're both getting it. And if I have to pay for it, I'll do it. If not, you will.
Oh, man.
So either way, and don't forget, Jeff's got our big old king cake in the building too, so we'll be indulging in that as well. And real quick, I want to give a shout out. It's my mom and dad's anniversary, but also I found out that Amaya's birthday is tomorrow. She's turning 8. and she's a big fan of the show. So happy birthday, Amaya. We appreciate you watching and listening, and go Hurricanes. How about that?
And I have an LSU application for fandom for her.
That's right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, do it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. We can't have any more.
Paul will call you weird.
Yeah, we can't have any more LSU fans around here. You might have knives in your cakes. So let's look at it. I wrote down some notes about the game, and I want to see whether or not you think these are shocking, because really when you look at it, it shocked me. So if I told you that one team had 41 minutes and 22 seconds of time of possession and the other team had 18 minutes and 38 seconds, what do you think the score would have been had you had saw that and that only? A lot, right? I mean, you don't have to give us exact. I know how your brain works.
No, because usually you subtract like a point or two off of how many minutes there are, because you're not going to score 60 points every game, right?
Right.
So you get 18 minutes for Ole Miss. You figure they get about 16 points, right? And then the other way is, was it 42?
44.
44 minutes for the Hurricanes.
I'm sorry, 41 minutes. 41.
So they'll say 38-16.
Yeah, so
22-point win. This is a 4-point game.
It was a 4-point game.
Yeah. But at halftime, I believe it was 5.5 or 5:40 or whatever. Ole Miss had it, and I think they had a little, like the last minute right before half when they got that field goal. You know?
Yeah.
So maybe they had 6 minutes in the first half, and the other Miami had like 24. So it should have been more like 24-6 at halftime. It was 17-13.
Yeah.
And it really didn't worry me that much because I felt like Miami was so in control at that point, and that the luck was going to run out on Ole Miss because they were being outplayed.
And they both had 3 punts apiece.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of
they both missed one field goal.
They both missed one field goal, but this kind of lends towards what you were saying. So earlier, this will validate you a little bit. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, Ole Miss had 4 penalties for 34 yards. Miami had 10 for 74. So that's a difference. But they did have 2 false starts by the guard that was. I mean, he clearly was. So I mean, that kind of takes it away. Miami was 11 of 19 on third downs.
That's a lot. 19 third downs is a lot.
That's a bunch.
But to get 11 of the 19.
Here's the story, though. You ready?
Yeah.
Ole Miss was 2 for 10. That's 20%. You can't play winning football. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how many this or that. You'd have to have 3 turnovers by the other team and 1 pick six.
Well, I mean, that's why they had such a low minute total, is how many third downs did you get out of? Apparently, not many.
Not many. And I mean, they didn't have any 4th down conversions. They didn't even go for it.
I mean,
4th down.
2 of 10, that's 20%. In the regular season, if you do that, you're going to lose 70-80% of your games.
You're going to lose a lot, yes.
If you're a good team and you're like better than your opponent. But to do it in the playoffs is inexcusable.
Yeah, there's no way. So they had 88 plays to 60 Ole Miss plays.
That's
so
a lot of plays.
26 more plays.
You know, the play ramped up right before half, which was kind of interesting because everybody kind of thought they were going to just kind of sit on it. But the plays, they were just getting them in one after another right before half and at the end of the game because they had 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The speed of that game in the last 5 minutes just got unreal.
And that's the thing, when you saw the 18 seconds, what went through your mind with no timeouts left, 18 seconds, what did you think?
Well, you have to get 2 plays in because 3 you can't do without a timeout.
Yeah.
You need a timeout in there to get 3 plays in.
But they ended up getting 3 though.
Yeah.
They threw 2 outs.
I think they moved the chains is what happened on the first part of it.
They had one timeout on that final drive, Ole Miss.
They did have one timeout?
They had one timeout.
So
they used it when they got down to about the 35 is when they used it.
They used it 18. No, was it 18 seconds or was the play before that? I don't know. But anyway, it was either that time or the play before that they used that timeout. And Miami had one timeout also.
And so when you look at it that way, I was like, this game's over. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, wow. He got them all the way down the field. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, obviously
there's 2 great catches. The guys had a little bit of buffer from the defender because the defenders are probably told, play a little bit of prevent defense.
Well, they were in a 3-stack about 20 yards off, 25, 30 yards off
they
the
have
ball.
to run less.
Yeah, I just thought that was like really telling because realistically, you were telling them, I'm giving you everything here.
I'll give you 15 yards, but I'm not giving you 25.
But they gave them the 15. They took the 15, and they took the next 15, and then boom, they're on the other side of the field, and then they could throw the ball.
Field
to the
goal
end.
ain't going to do you nothing.
That is true, but I just wondered about it.
I think, and we were sitting before this whole playoffs, and we were saying about, is it Diaz, is it Duke?
Yes.
And, what could he have done at Miami? No, Cristobal's done a great job at Miami. And I'll show you two different responses from Seminole and Gators fans. In the fourth quarter, a Gators fan was, posting out, and he says, man, we can't have this. Hurricanes doing this. We got to send him home. Well, guess where they're going? They're going to home because that's where the national championship is.
That's where the national championship is.
And then the Seminole fan, he was talking about, I guess his SEC dominance has not happened, and they're 1-7 against Power 4 teams, and such and all this kind of stuff. They're given the postseason, which nobody really cares about these bowl games anyway.
No, we got Jonathan giving the score of 38-17 Indiana, and then Don Lieber is saying Indiana's going to win 36-24, but with 2 overtimes. How about that?
Well, no, it can't be 36-24. Not with 2 overtimes. With 2 overtimes, you either got to win by 8, 7, 6, or 3. That's how it works. Because you know how they get the possession? You got to be tied at some point. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to recalculate that 36-24. Unless you just think that's regulation.
Listen, he can say what he wants. It's his score, not yours, Jeffrey.
Well, that ain't overtime. Because you can't win by 12 but in overtime.
Either way, that's what it's going to be if 38-34. I might have read it wrong.
38-34. Okay,
yeah,
I
read it wrong.
Okay, that's more like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, Waylon says that Lacey tweaked his hammy. So that was something too. And that makes sense because you could tell when that 75-yarder, I mean, the kid's a phenomenal athlete. They don't have a quarterback yet. Ole Miss, you think they might be back with a first-year starter? Because I've been told that Deuce Knight, which was the backup at Auburn, is going to be going there. He looks just like he's left-handed, and he's very similar. His playing style is similar to Austin Simmons. So, who knows? But he did play a little bit. He didn't play a lot at Auburn.
So, as far as being back, I'm going to say the answer is no. But can they go 8-4 or 9-3? Yes.
Yeah, they can be a good SEC team, but as far as being what they were this year, no. They've got new coordinators coming in, and that was something that was kind of unique, too, as well. Something that I don't know if I've ever seen before, but the new coach coming into the next year, being on the sideline and having a headset.
Oh, yeah, because they're always up high, so you can see the field and see the setup and everything and know what's about to happen, really.
Yeah, but
you're a projector is what you are.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you would think they would have been up in the booth, been like, hey, it looks like they're going to do this right here. Yeah. But he was actually the EKU coordinator that's coming to Ole Miss. He was actually on the sideline. Frank Wilson was on the sideline last night.
I saw that.
The running backs coach that came from LSU. So that's a big deal to me, to see that happening. But, all of the things that I saw, I told you about. But the other thing was 191 rushing yards for Miami, and Fletcher getting 133 of those. There were times where they were 3rd down and 4, 3rd down and 5, and they ran the football, and they got 7, 8, 9 yards. They manhandled Ole Miss's defensive front, and that offensive line, kudos to them because they were blowing off the ball. Yeah. They were. Whether they had the penalties or not, they were blowing off the ball.
Every time I saw them get across that first line, it wasn't just like they just got across the first line marker and it was like, oh, did he get it? No, it was like 2 yards out.
How about the one?
They definitely got it.
Go ahead, James. You can go ahead and read one.
All right. We got Nathan giving us a call in. He's expecting a low-scoring game, 17-14 in favor of Indiana.
That's the first low-scoring game. So Nate is the first one to give us a low score. That's the first one that's been low.
Now,
and by the way,
the only thing, a simulation for that kind of low scoring is the Big Ten championship was 13-10.
Yeah.
But this is not Ohio State's defense.
No, it's not. The other thing that I think about when you're talking about that, when you saw the one where Fletcher ran through, got the first down, and then he got 12 more yards because he got behind the offensive line. Do you like the whole pushing thing that they do?
The tush push?
No, where the running backs run it, and then all of a sudden they all just come behind them and push the pile, and the pile keeps going and going.
Looks like a rugby scrum.
Sometimes
it does look like Australian rules football.
Sometimes they stop it, sometimes they don't. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you want them to stop it? How does that play for you?
Yeah, I don't believe that's not American football.
I don't like it either. Yeah. I really don't. Yeah, you can do the whole push, but I don't love that.
At what
part.
point is it illegal man downfield?
Well, that's different because you got passing at that point. But I think.
So you're saying is just because if it's a run play, the lineman can run all the way down the field as much as they want?
Yes, because if you're going to be blocking, you tell your kid to drive him all the way to that goalpost. So that's what you tell them.
Yeah.
You know? But let me just say this: the way you could easily fix it is you can say after there's 3 linemen engage with the running back pushing. The play's dead. Boom. Boop. Blow it dead.
Yeah.
You could do that. That would stop it. And then.
So would you do the same thing for the defense if 3 defensive guys are hanging on to the runner? Is he now just down because he's carrying 3 guys?
No, it's forward progress. Once you stop forward progress.
So they've got to turn back.
Yeah. So once they kind of turn back and are held long enough, yes. Then we blow the whistle. Yes. So that's how I would do that part. But the other part, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I don't like it. It doesn't look good. It does. Because he went 12 yards. And I mean, yeah, everybody was screaming. I rewound it just to watch it again.
Yeah.
But it's a lot.
I remember we were little kids and they would lock arms and it was like, the whistle was blown because the kids didn't know that they couldn't just have a line, just like a clothesline.
Yeah.
Running down the field.
That's true. We made it to the first hour. When we come back, we're going to discuss a little bit more of it. Don't forget to put in your scores, win that gift card. You listen to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Taking your hot takes, rants, and takedowns. Let's hear it on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290.
This just in.
Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live streams, and the chance to interact with your favorite hosts.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Stay connected.
Join the conversation on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Search for ESPN Northwest Florida and crush the follow button.
I follow you on social media.
We're always here to keep you in the game.
Good afternoon. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Friday's weather forecast. A mixture of some clouds and slight fog the rest of the day with temps near 73 and a wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. A variety of mostly clouds and slight fog tonight, a gentle breeze and a temperature of 66. About the same tomorrow around 73 with mostly clouds in the morning followed by sprinkles. Partly cloudy Sunday and quite warm around 64. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish, Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering. 896-6597. That's 850-896-6597. And online at wheelhousedba.com.
You're home to the NFL. WGSX Lynn Haven. WFLQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest Florida. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and wide. Off the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, he got it. To the rack. Dunks it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Catch select Florida Gator basketball games on 104.3 ESPN.
Northwest Florida.
If you build it, they will come. We're live from the CBC Construction Studios. Call in with your questions, hot takes, and rants at 850-215-6290.
I'm sure that most of you have used a dial telephone before.
The Sports Talk Monster.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Come back to the Sports Blitz.
And it's the weekend, baby. The Peach Bowl is tonight. Indiana versus Oregon. Right after the show, 6:30 is the kickoff. Man, we're pumped up and excited about it. We've been talking about the Ole Miss and the big bad Hurricane game last night, baby, and it is awesome. We know all the Hurricane fans right here in Northwest Florida is pumped up about it. Don't forget, you want to be a part of the show, you can be 850-215-6290. Also, want to tell you, you want to win a gift card tonight? Yes, sir, you can. Yes, ma'am, you can. All you got to do is predict the score. You can call in. You can text in on the Red 7T's phone line. I'll give you that number one more time, 850-215-6290. You text in, call in. If you want to come on the air, we'll let you. That'll be great if you want to just tell James while you're on the phone. But the person who does it, or the persons who get it right, $25 gift card, Lone Star Boil House, going to be awesome. We've had a lot of numbers, a lot of high numbers, only one low number. So I was curious to see, while we were on the break, AJ says 28-24 in the upset. Oregon going to carry it on through. Wow. I think AJ is a Florida fan, so we'll see what he thinks about who's going to win that championship game too.
Let's talk about quarterbacks last night. Okay, Beck had a couple of throws that really got away. They were not within 5 yards of the wide receiver.
Yeah, he missed.
Especially early. And you were saying he was going to have that moment. And that moment was walking into the
end zone
in front of a Miami area in the stadium.
Yes, that was his moment.
It was picturesque, and it was like all those wide receivers went right, and that's all they were doing is just trying to cover the wide receivers, and he just walked it in.
Yeah,
and that was a moment.
That was a moment.
And it's memorable.
Yes,
it wasn't great.
But good.
It was picturesque.
And a lot of the Ole Miss fans are showing the hold that happened right behind it, right there on that edge. And over to the right, if you look, Michael Irvin's over there doing something. He's going crazy, acting like I don't know what's wrong. But let me just tell you this.
Well, you know what's wrong. It's Michael Irvin.
Let me ask you this. If I told you Carson Beck was 23 of 37.
23 of 37. Okay.
Would you like
with no interceptions?
No, he had one.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
When was that?
He had one pick.
Oh, wait a minute. It was the third quarter?
Yeah, remember he had one pick.
Okay.
It was low. Yeah. Remember he got
Yeah, 23 of 37. Would I think he won?
Would you have thought that's a good game?
It's above average.
Yeah.
That's all. It's not great. It's
233 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, one
Now
pick.
you're losing me. You know why? Because of the yards per completion.
All right, well, listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad Chambliss was also 23 of 37. They were the exact same.
That doesn't happen. There's never when the opposing quarterbacks are that close like that.
Yeah, he had a little bit more passing yards. I think he had 277 yards passing.
So 40 more yards.
Yeah, but he didn't have the 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. But yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. That's what I mean. That was crazy when I saw it. 23 of 37, both quarterbacks do the same amount of passes and had the same amount of completions. That's nuts.
Because 60 to 65% is not bad at all.
Right.
But it's not great. I mean, it's just above average. That's all it is.
So with that saying...
So tonight, okay, we got Mendoza. And
hold on.
With
that saying...
Yeah.
Are you finally a believer in Carson Beck?
Well, yeah. I mean, you were higher on him coming into the season, yes. And then he beat Notre Dame, and I was like, okay, I still see Miami is, they're saying we're back and everything. I was like, well, we'll see. We'll see how the
And you were here
goes.
when Joe Zagacki said about what he said comparing him to Bernie Kosar.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
But it didn't really sway you.
It didn't make me think it was a top 3 in the whole nation.
Yeah. Where do you find him now?
Ooh, wow.
Really?
He's a top 3.
Yeah.
He's a top 3.
He's top 2. Who's better? I'll tell you this.
Diego Pavia.
You'll be surprised if Diego Pavia had... Oh, not Diego Pavia. You got me all mixed up.
You didn't even have him in the top 5.
Francisco Mendoza. I'm talking about Francisco Mendoza. Everybody's high on him.
Yeah.
Watch tonight. And this is something I want everybody to watch. Watch and see if he changes any plays from the line or if he just does what he's told.
Yeah,
he's a robot. He's not NFL ready. Carson Beck is NFL ready. They're going to give you 2 plays. You pick the one that they want you to pick. And then, because they cut the mic off after 15 seconds. And then he audibles and all that. So we got a couple more scores. I want to read those real quick. Coach Olds goes 31-27 Oregon.
That's the same score as last night.
I'm sorry. 31-27 Indiana. My bad.
That's the same score as last night's game. That's not going to happen. I don't want to get hate, but
Randy says Indiana 35, Oregon 17. He said, "Thanks, guys." So there you go. That's going to be curious to see what happens, though. Really.
18-point win.
I don't want to take the whole show talking about Miami, but we are in Florida. I'm just telling you, this team is peaking at the right time.
Yeah, they are.
They're so good. They're fast. They're athletic. The problem that I really think is they've got an awesome defensive line, but is Mesidor lost? That's a question I want to know because he did go out injured last night. I did not check the injury report, but I do want to know whether or not Mesidor is out, because if he's out, that's a big deal because he had 4 tackles last night. Would it surprise you to know that Bain only had 1 tackle all night?
Yeah, that's surprising. Very surprising.
Yeah.
For a guy who's supposed to be, 5th pick or something like that?
Yeah,
in the draft?
top 5, top 7 pick in the draft. I mean, Mesidor is not that high, but he's in the top, 25, 35, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Or 32, sorry. But when you look at it, this team is going to, they're going home. They're pumped up.
No travel.
They believe in themselves. They believe in what they can do. And the biggest thing about it, the trenches.
Yeah.
They're physical.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball. The defensive line and the offensive line. They're dirty, they're nasty, and they go after you. They impose their will on you.
And they're confident.
Yeah, they believe they're going to beat you.
Oh, they do believe they're going to win every game.
Yeah. You do know who their center is, right?
No.
He played at Alabama. I had to throw it in there. Yeah.
Do you like Caleb Downs? He's from Alabama too, originally, but you don't like people who go other places.
He's going to be,
hopefully,
he'll be a first-round draft pick.
We have 4 quarterbacks in this final 4 that are all going to the draft now because of Chambliss.
Yeah. That's true.
Wow.
So somebody commented on Facebook, Bain has the flu. Mesidor will be full go on the 19th. So there you go. So that helps. That'll help their cause because they got to have it all ready to go.
No distractions going to a city like Miami. They just have to drive over to Hard Rock Stadium and play the game.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this:
advantage.
Will it fill up? Will they fill it out? Will
half of it? That's
will
all they have to
Miami
do.
finally get the stadium full?
I mean, it won't be all the same fans from the regular season. So, yeah, it's people with money, people who want to be there where the action's at. Because this is a big game, and it's going to Miami. I mean, come on, let's be honest. The New Orleans Saints won their one Super Bowl where? In Miami.
In New Orleans?
In Miami.
In Miami, that's true.
They did.
All right, so listen. I've been called a lot of things. A prophet has not ever been one of them, but I am prophetic today because Hurricane Bobby is on the line. How you doing today, Bobby? I know you pumped up. What's up, buddy?
Man, I'm doing fantastic.
What?
Hey, last night, I think Heatherman last night, that's what y'all was talking about. I was catching when I got in the truck a minute ago. Y'all were talking about the defensive line didn't do much last night. Heatherman, I think he schemed something up a little different. I don't know if you just noticed that Bain and Mesidor were lined up so far out. They were like 6 feet off the tackle.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose, too. I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think they were trying to just keep him contained. Yep, keeping him contained, kind of doing what they do against Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
And it wasn't that pin your ears back, go after him and go get him regardless. But I was hoping that was going to do that. But when I seen him line it up so wide outside, I was like, what are they doing? But then the linebackers were filling in. They were pulling in. And they pulled in too far on that Lacey run.
Yeah.
2 linebackers got caught inside, and once he got past the line of scrimmage, he was out of there. With nothing to beat but a safety. So,
yeah, well,
I think it was great.
Yeah, I mean, but let me ask you this, Bobby. I don't know how old you are, but there used to be an old school Randy Travis song that that's really Jeff really remembers it because it's his age group.
My first concert was Randy Travis at Conway Twitty.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, okay, so listen, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because you really did I Told You So by Randy Travis. You told us, buddy. You told us on Monday it was going to happen and exactly how you called it happen, Randy.
Well, I mean, I love Corey Husband. I mean, dude, but he's come into Miami and just stepped into his role and he's a beast. He scares me with his eyes on the sideline, with that beard shaking when he looks like he's mad. I mean, he looks like what's his name, Conor McGregor?
Yeah, for sure.
He's going to kick in the kneecap.
Yeah, he he got a little bit of an Irish look to him. He's probably trying to work his, he's trying to get a NIL deal with a beard manufacturer. Like
That's kind of like Signetti, Indiana's coach, man. He looks like one of them detectives that get you in the interrogation room. He's got that square jaw and he just looks at you just like with them eyes. Man, I don't want to look at him for 3 hours. Come on, Oregon.
Yeah, I know. Jeff's shaking his head, because he's been on the other side of the table with those detectives looking at him.
I bet. Yeah.
But how excited are you? Are you excited about it, though, man? Tell the truth. Yeah. I mean, are you pumped?
I am. You know I am. It's in Miami, man. You know. But everybody kept asking me all day at work today, like, who would you rather play? I don't really know.
It don't matter.
I mean, I filled out my bowl bracket with my buddies. We did a little bowl thing, and actually, I picked Oregon to win it all.
Whoa.
So,
wow.
Yeah, I had Indiana not even in the semifinals.
Wow. So what do you think the score is going to be tonight?
The Big Ten to me is so soft. To me, the Big Ten issue has been soft.
Yeah. What do you think the score is going to be tonight?
Soft. Man, I ain't watched a lot of Big Ten football, so I couldn't. Man, I don't know. 38-28.
And Oregon? You're going Oregon? Okay. Well, we'll put it down. If you get the score right, that'll be a $25 gift card at the Lone Star Bowl House. So either way, you and Jeff can go together.
That's right. He can hold my hand.
That's right.
Hey, Bobby. I've been to a Randy Travis concert. And let me tell you how it was eye-opening. I was 19 or 20. I brought a date to the concert, and there's a bunch of 40-something-year-old women. Now, when you're 19 years old, you're seeing all these 40-something-year-old women up by the stage, and I was thinking, what in the world is these girls?
Travis always looks old. He always looked old, even when he was young.
So this is like 92 or 93.
Y'all make sure y'all keep it clean. Kids, listen to this show, okay?
Okay. Well, let's just put it like this. They were throwing 2 different things at the stage, okay?
Oh.
And one of them was flowers.
Oh, come on.
Flowers, like roses and all that. They were throwing it at Randy Travis.
Let's get through it.
And
What was the other one?
And the other one was pieces of clothing.
Let's get through this.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let's get through
And
this.
I was like, look at these 40-something-year-old women going crazy for Randy Travis. Man,
didn't he get caught butt naked at a McDonald's drive-thru?
I don't know. I tell you what.
I think he did.
Okay, I know where this is going. Hey, Bobby, thank you so much for your call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Y'all have a great weekend.
Hey, Bobby,
Go
we
Canes.
appreciate it. That's right, buddy. We appreciate it.
And you know what's funny? The crazier one out of the two was the opening act for Randy Travis. It was Sammy Kershaw.
Yeah.
The queen of my double-wide trailer.
I'm going to tell you this. I can't get you and Bobby together for sure.
We'll go out
no
drinking.
possible way.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
I'm not sure who's going to be the bad influence on the other one, me on him or him on me.
Probably both.
Yeah, both.
But either way, let's look at this game tonight. Indiana versus Oregon. Obviously, everybody, for the most part, is picking Indiana, and they should. They're undefeated.
Yeah.
They've already beat them once. They beat them at home by 10. Yeah, go ahead.
And the discipline. And then I think Cignetti is so driven and detail-oriented, just like Saban was. I'm sure he didn't just learn it from him. He learned it from his dad because his dad was a coach, too. And they took that from what they lost in the playoffs, first round against Notre Dame last year. And it's like it's like a tattoo that they don't want. They're not going to forget it. Yeah. And they're here to win it all.
And he doesn't seem the style of coach that allows his players to be lackadaisical or over super confident to the point to where they underestimate the value of Oregon's team.
And this is going to be such a contrast if they win tonight and then playing Miami, because Miami's celebratory. They're totally different from that Indiana team at all. I mean, completely. Every play that Miami's going to make that's big and all that, they're celebrating. Yay, you know. Indiana's not like that. They're more disciplined and more reserved.
Yeah, they're more old school, what you call an old school team.
Joe Paterno type.
They really are. If you watch the Alabama game and even some of the other games, if you watch it, those kids, I call them kids, they're the oldest team in the playoff. Those guys, they do exactly what they're told. They trust their coaches, and they put them in the position to win, and it's been proven to work. Now, you know, it is lightning in a bottle for them this year. They've hit the right things, and it's just worked out for them. But I will say this. I do think there is I don't know if you'd call it a crack in the armor or whatever with that kind of stuff, because they have had some games where they did not execute very well. The Penn State game, they really didn't execute very well. Penn State outplayed them in that game. Yeah. And that's one of the few games that they had, and everybody has those. Even some of the champions that we've had over the periods of time. There's several games in Nick Saban's career that we come out really flat, didn't play well, didn't play disciplined, and we were an undisciplined team. And so it really depends on what team shows up tonight. If they have those, they could be in for a dogfight. Most people are saying no, but I mean, we could be in for a dogfight tonight. I'm not, realistically thinking it's going to be an upset, but it would lend to me that if the tight ends can really play tonight for Oregon and get out there and get one-on-one with the linebackers, and if they can keep the score low, I think it's going to bid Oregon better in that kind of game. I don't think they need to get in a shootout. They get in a shootout, I think Indiana has the upper hand, just because I believe that Mendoza's the better quarterback. How about that?
How about wide receivers that are fast for Oregon now?
They are fast, but they're not the old school fast. Everybody kind of
they remember the run and shoot.
Yeah, they remember how fast and how electric, and this is not your same Oregon bunch.
Yeah.
They can't put you 60 points on the board like those other teams did, like the Chip Kelly teams with all those other guys. This is not the same Oregon. This team, I'll be honest with you, is a little bit more like what Dan Lanning came from, which is Georgia. They play defense. They want to try to run the football. They want to try to throw the ball to their tight ends, and they want to make you in uncomfortable one-on-ones in the perimeter. And that's really what he tries to do. So, I mean, really, when you look at it, this is a Georgia-esque style team, but he doesn't necessarily have the Georgia-esque 5 stars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I think.
The only way that Indiana's going to get the 35 or 38 points is they're going to have an interception that's going to move the ball.
Yeah, turnovers will be a key.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, that's part of
pure offense. The most they can score is 34 at the most.
Yeah.
I don't see him scoring any more than that, but I have been wrong before, and this is where all the chips are on, being bet. This is the big game for them.
Yeah. You know where you can bet a lot of chips?
AutoNation Ford.
AutoNation Ford. That's right. AutoNation Ford, Panama City. They have the deals. Everything that's on the lot is ready to go. It's priced right and ready to go. F-150s, Super Duties, Expeditions, Broncos, even Mustangs, Escapes. Go out there, Explorers. Go see those guys. They'll take care of you. You're in the market for a vehicle. Maybe you're in the market and you just don't really know how much you can afford. Go talk to them. Let them see what they can do for you. Give you these good deals so you can be in a good vehicle. Also, Brandon and those guys at Recommended Collision Center, they're top notch. The other day, I was talking to someone, they were like, man, my bumper's all messed up. I said, you need to go see Brandon and them. Sure enough, went over there, saw Brandon and them. They got them fixed up, got them ready to go, and they got a plan put together. That's what a real business does. They put a plan together, then they execute the plan. I sound like a football coach right now. We got to execute the plan. That's what Brandon and them and those guys do over there. Jinx Avenue, Recommended Collision Center. Go see them. Tell them that Paul sent you. Don't tell them Jeff sent you. I was going to say that, but don't tell them that. No, don't do that. But either way, also, don't forget, tomorrow is the last day, January the 10th, to sign up for the Panama City Little League baseball and softball this year for the little kids. Make sure that if you want your kid to play in the Little League, that's the same Little League that goes to Williamsport. So get those kids signed up, get them over there. If you want to be a coach, if you want to be a volunteer to help the coach, you can sign up as well. You can go to the Panama City Little League webpage, or you can go to ESPNPC.com. And we'll get you set up that way. When we come back, we're going to be talking about this game tonight and some other interesting news that's going on in the NFL. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Red 70s studio line is now open. 850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
Philip Rivers is here.
Yeah.
Program. I'm afraid to ask this question. Are you a coffee drinker?
I do. I'm a seasonal coffee drinker,
I don't know if you're aware, but anybody who goes 1,800 days in between NFL head starts and comes back at age 44, you get a free Rich Eisen Show mug. So when you're one, congratulations.
Perfect. I'll send you a pic of me having a good cup of coffee here.
Fantastic. You had no idea that was a perk of your comeback.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 11 to 2. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. Tonight there will be a gentle breeze out of the south-southeast, slight fog and 67. Mostly clouds tomorrow morning, about the same at 74. In the afternoon and evening, a variety of very light rain and mostly clouds and a gentle breeze right around 11 miles per hour with a high of 72. Slightly colder at 65 Sunday and we'll have some clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Contractors, when your job site needs materials fast, trust the local team that delivers. Mid-South Lumber Company brings you reliable job site delivery, in-house credit, and competitive pricing on everything from lumber to doors, windows, and more. Plus, their unmatched customer service has your back through every step of the build, making ordering, delivering, and the whole process easier for you. Support local. Build with Mid-South Lumber Company. Mid-South Lumber in Panama City on 11th Street or on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Climb into our TM and jump into the chat. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson is live on Facebook. Interact with Paul and other sports fanatics. Now, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
We are back You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. Your place for the Peach Bowl tonight. Following the show, we got about 35 minutes until the national people, I would call them broadcasters, they take over. 6:30 is the kickoff. You want to be a part of the show, you can be. 850-215-6290. Also, we're doing a contest for tonight's game. If you want to pick the score, you can call in. We'll take your call on the air. We'll see who you're picking and get your score. 850-215-6290 on the Red 7T's phone line. You can text it in as well. And if you win, if you pick the right score with the right team, $25 Lone Star Boil House gift card. Who cares? If 5 of you pick the same team or the same number, so be it. Go with it, baby. Let's do it. We'll get it all done. Jeffrey's got deep pockets, and there's no problem. We'll take care of you. Indiana, undefeated, Big Ten champion, beat Ohio State, beat Alabama, beat everybody they've played this year.
Oregon.
Beat Oregon already. Will this be a big upset tonight if Oregon does beat them? Or do you think people don't really look at Oregon as, or Indiana as, a juggernaut?
It's a bigger upset than Ohio State upsetting Oregon last year in the same round. Or no, wait, it wasn't the same round, huh? It was 1 versus 8 last year.
Yes.
It was in the quarterfinals, not the semifinals. This game would be a bigger upset than that game, a 1 versus 8.
Because our Ohio State, because of the name, it was Ohio State. Anytime Ohio State plays somebody, anytime Alabama plays somebody, anybody plays Georgia, there's teams right now. Now, it may change in the future. Everybody thinks the SEC is going out the door. I don't know why, but they do.
Well, they haven't played in the championship 3 years in a row.
That is true.
True. It's not just true, but that's shocking.
It is shocking.
Because we had just finished winning 4 national titles in a row. LSU, Alabama, Georgia. Maybe 5 in a row. I can't remember who won.
Yeah, it was 5. It was 5.
Because Alabama won year before.
Alabama won before that. Yeah,
in 18.
And so the thing was
5 in a row we won, and then we won 14 out of 19 or something crazy like that.
Well,
before that,
you had Clemson in there. You had Clemson.
2 Clemsons and a Florida State and Ohio State, and that's the only 4 you were missing out of all those years, all the way back to like 2006.
And it was all SEC.
All SEC.
And that's the deal. Everybody is expecting that. And so with it not being that, and now we got a 3-year period.
With nobody. Not even losing.
But you also got to think, too, that the way they do the bracket, too, is I think there's not this year, but in times past, I thought it was a little suspect, especially the way they did the conference champions and how they set it up and how they put the teams in the bracket. I don't think they want to see a SEC championship like they did with Alabama and LSU.
Or Alabama, Georgia twice.
Right. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that. I do. I want to see it.
Well, I mean, it was the same thing, shoe on the other foot with last year, because Notre Dame and Ohio State are what, like 200 and something miles away from each other?
Well, I'm not even talking about that.
Because that's next door, too.
I'm just talking about SEC only. I'm not talking about geography. I know you're a geography major, but still.
It is geography, because Tuscaloosa and Athens, I mean, what does it take, 4 or 5 hours to drive that?
I don't know.
Not very far. It's in the same region.
Never been to Athens, just so you know. How about that?
Well, you're missing out.
Go ahead.
All right, we got another guest here. Shayla called in low score here. 24-17 in favor of the Ducks.
Wow, Shayla.
About 4 of these 20 guesses are
Shayla, that's a pretty good. I think that's a pretty good number.
That's a good one to go if you're thinking Oregon.
Yes, that's it. If you're thinking Oregon's going to win that lower score, field goals connected with a couple of touchdowns, I think Shayla's got a good point there. That's a good one. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, give us your score. Pick them.
Well, for tonight?
Yeah.
So I've been saying 30-17. But give me another touchdown for the Ducks.
Wow. 30-24.
30-24. That's my final answer.
So last night's game was 31-24, right?
Yeah, 27.
27, that's right.
Yeah.
So pretty close. All right, James, you got one?
I am ready for a boat race. 49-42.
What?
Ducks. Throwing the big curveball out.
Wow.
7 TDs.
Yikes.
My goodness. What is this?
I want excitement, man. Give me lots of scoring. Give me lots of passes. Give me lots of turnovers. Give me chaos.
I mean, when's the last... Did Cam Newton play Oregon in a national title in 2010?
Yeah, 2014.
That's probably the only one recently where I could have said the final score could be something like that, and they both threw goose eggs in the first quarter.
Yeah, but that was another one of those things where that was when the SEC was still big, dominant, faster than everybody. Even Oregon was fast, but they wasn't big. It was like they pushed them around.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. I can't remember the defensive tackle. He went on to play for the Saints. What was his name?
Fairley?
Yeah. Nick Fairley played like
monster.
Nobody could block him, and he's a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, he was eating all day long.
I love to watch him celebrate. He was entertaining.
Yeah, he was.
And I'm not talking about the Saints. I'm talking because he wouldn't do it. Well, he did a little bit at the Saints.
He had some kind of disease or sickness or something.
Yeah, but at Auburn, he was entertaining.
Yeah.
He loved it. Oh, man. Wow.
I think it's going to be, I'm going to go 30-17.
Ooh, that's the original score I had.
That's what I'm going. Yeah, I think.
But now that I keep on thinking about it, I'm like, how are they going to hold Oregon to just 17 points? That's tough.
I don't know. Did you watch the Oregon game
against Texas Tech?
No,
I listened to it on the radio.
I watched it.
And I don't want to say I hate to do that, but sometimes just, you're driving.
No, don't hate to do it. Listen to it on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Yeah, but the visual thing, like the targeting, when Mike was talking about it, I was like, how do you know if it was or not? You have to trust the person who's calling the plays.
Well, if you remember, we had Eli Gold on here, the great broadcaster of Alabama football and everything else. Mm-hmm. And he said, as a radio broadcaster, you need to paint a picture to the people while they're listening that they don't even have to look at their screen. And so that's really what you want to do. So, but either way, I think they're going to win. I think Indiana's going to win. I do think that there's going to be some issues tonight. I don't think Indiana is going to play as clean as they did, like they did against Alabama. I think there's going to be a little bit of difficulty with some things because I will say this. The best players on Oregon's team are the tight ends, period. Look out for number 0. I don't know his name exactly, but number 0, if they can get him going and get out there one-on-one with the linebackers and they, break a couple tackles and that kind of stuff, I think it's going to be, huge. So I don't think they're going to win, but either way, we're going to, go ahead.
Let's do the pick 'em first.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go NFL and switch over, so that we can get that going because there's some big games. I mean, Saturday, there's 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday, and 1 game Monday night, right?
There's 3 games on Sunday.
There is 3 games.
Yeah,
okay,
2, 3, 1.
Okay.
And Mike Tomlin's never lost on Monday night.
And they're playing Monday night.
Wow. That's craziness.
Okay, let's go. Who we got first?
So on Saturday, it's the 3:30 kickoff. Rams at Panthers. I'm going to take the Rams. And this is the biggest spread of the weekend. It's the Rams by 10.5.
Yeah. Well, if the Rams would have beaten the Panthers at the beginning or during the year, that would have made me feel like the Panthers would have a shot just to keep it close. But because they beat them, the Panthers beat them, I don't see them being close. I think they cover. I think it's going to be I just do. The biggest thing for the Rams is they need to keep everybody healthy. They don't need to lose anybody with an injury. Stafford, as old as he is, I know he's younger than us, but still, Stafford being healthy, and then Puka Nacua, him being healthy too. So, and they do get the wide receiver back. What's his name that used to be with Aaron Rodgers?
Adams?
Adams. Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams,
Yes, they get him back. He's been out 3 games with a hamstring, so he's full go, ready to go. But those guys win the game, don't lose anybody. It's easier said than done. So anyway, James, you want to pick on that one?
Carolina has already won their Super Bowl. They've made it to the playoffs in a year that nobody really thought they were going to make the playoffs.
Nobody but who?
I was going to go with the Rams.
Nobody believed them except for who, Jeffrey? Who said the Panthers were going to make the playoffs?
You did.
I did. Thank you. All right, just making sure.
But let's get it straight. They've already played their Super Bowl, and they lost it to the Bucs, and they needed the Falcons to win to get them in the playoffs.
Hey, they won, though, man.
They lost to get in.
They lost and got in.
That's awful.
That's good. Yeah.
What a bad situation. This is a horrible division.
That'll be the largest that'll be the largest upset probably ever if they win.
No.
It'd be for a mid-round playoff game. Yeah.
No, Seahawks won. They were 7-9. This is an 8-9 team. The Seahawks won in the first round. They were a 7-9 team, and that was just ridiculously stupid. And that was, 12 or 14 years ago?
I don't even remember it.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
I was too young.
I think Hasselbeck was still quarterback. Wilson wasn't even in the league yet. It's probably about 14 years ago, I'm sure. Yeah. Anyway, second game. It's another Saturday night game. Everybody's talking about it. It's the Packers at the Bears, and guess what?
That's the biggest one. Hold on before you pick. That's a really big one. This is a tough game. You've got Love, who at times looks really good. I can't figure him out yet. He looks so good sometimes, but then a lot of times he just looks mediocre.
Yeah.
And then you got Ben Johnson revitalizing Caleb Williams, former Heisman Trophy winner, former Oklahoma, USC, supposed Lincoln Riley was this quarterback guru that sent him to the NFL. Didn't look very good when he first got there, but Ben Johnson's got this team going. Do you trust the Bears?
The problem is that they win with defense. And that's the problem, is that sometimes it's not the superstars that are dazzling you that make you think, oh, this team's going to win. And I think the Packers are actually going to pull the upset on this one.
You think the Packers are going to win?
Well, I say upset, but guess who's favorite?
The Packers.
And that's the second game we've picked so far, and both times the road team's the favorite.
Yeah, and that's at Soldier Field, right?
Yes, it is.
So what's the temperature? Is there supposed to be snow
I
and
don't
all
know.
that
It's
kind of
7
stuff?
o'clock Central Time, and it's in Chicago.
It's cold.
And the wind's going to be whipping.
Yeah.
And no
field goals.
Looks like 32 degrees with a chance of a couple of flurries.
So it's going to be cold. So who's going to be able to catch
They're
the
used to
football?
Lambeau, so what's the difference?
So let me ask you this. That was always a big push against SEC players is, you can't play. We need to look and see how many SEC players are on the Packers and the Bears and say, well, you know what, that's kind of wrong because they can play anywhere if they want. But anyway, you're going with the Packers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers. That's
you know
two
what?
great teams.
You know what? I believe in what Ben Johnson has done. I think he's going to be the coach of the year, even though I wish Liam Cohen would get it. But I think Ben Johnson's going to do it. And I just believe that they're going to have enough mojo to be able to beat the Packers. And you said it, and that's the reason why I believe it. The defense. I think the Bears defense is going to push Jordan Love to the place, because you do realize he was hurt. He was injured. He was not. He might be saying that he's 100%, but you know how you are when you come back from an injury. He hasn't been back very long. So either way, give me the Bears. Jimmy, what do you think?
I got too many questions for the Packers right now. Is Love rusty? Is Love really ready? Is Micah Parsons 100%?
No, he's out. Michael Parsons out.
He's going to be
ACL.
out?
Yeah, he's done.
Then that changes a lot of things for me. For me, I got to look at it. It's the playoffs. It's at home for the Bears. When was the last time the Bears even hosted a playoff game? I don't even know that one off the top of my head. So the fans are going to be hyped. The team's going to be hyped. I am going with the Bears.
Do it. The Bears. The Bears is going to beat the Packers in Soldier Field.
And that does hurt me to say that because I'm more of a Packers fan.
I think it was 2006 when they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in the Super Bowl. They were definitely having home games that year. They had to go to New Orleans for the... Wait, was that? No, that was a different year. Yeah, they were playing home.
And who was their quarterback? Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman from Florida. Gators.
That's right. Gators.
It's true. They had a defense like crazy. Urlacher and everybody.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? I'm going to say 2017 on that score. Packers win. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Let's be honest.
I think it'll be low, but I also think it'll be like 24-17, something like that. I don't know if there's going to be that many field goals, though, so it kind of makes me think 21.
17?
14.
Oh, 14.
Yeah, 21. Okay. I'll say 21-14 because of that. Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and take our next break so that we can come back and finish those off. When we come back, we're gonna finish up the NFL. We'll have the parting words for this Indiana-Oregon matchup. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Get Get in the game. Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Carolina, wonderful job. Really. Wonderful. I don't know how good they are. I don't know if Bryce Young is a franchise quarterback. Now, do I want to extend him? No. I'd let him play out this next year. I'd franchise him, but I'm not giving him $250 million.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish, Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597. That's 850-896-6597. And online at wheelhousedba.com.
Marquee matchups, huge rivalries, and fan favorites. The college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Sports Blitz.
You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 7T's phone line, and also don't forget, call in, text in for the score of tonight's Peach Bowl between Indiana and Oregon. The correct score wins you a $25 gift certificate to the Lone Star Boil House. Want to read a few quick ones that we've got here online. We've got David Neat, 31-24 Oregon. And then we've got Brittany Trent, Indiana, 30, Oregon, 20. And then Jennifer Thompson, Indiana, 25, Oregon, 18. So there we go, man. Some lot of high-scoring games, and with that being said, I'm wondering if that's really going to be the case. If we're going to see it, or if we're going to see a defensive struggle tonight from both of these teams. When you think about it, it probably is not going to be. But anyway, let's get to the NFL, get our picks going here. What other games you got, Jeffrey?
We're looking at the Jaguars. Bills are going to the Jaguars. Is this the moment that Josh Allen needs to take control of the AFC because all those big-time quarterbacks are gone?
Lamar Jackson's out.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow's not there. Patty Mahomes is not there.
Yeah.
Now is the time for Josh Allen to finally do it. But he's got to go against Sunshine and the boys in Jacksonville. And, when you look at that game, Jacksonville is going to be pumping. So let me tell you a quick story while we got a minute. So Eric Dunn, he's a friend of the show. He's a Jacksonville Jaguars super fan.
Okay.
So he posts all the stuff online. He's got several thousand followers, all of that stuff. So either way, he shares a picture of himself at the game with the Jaguars. And so what happens is he shares a picture, and the team that they beat, I can't recall what team it was, but whoever they beat, a person from there starts trolling him, and the next thing you know, he shares it. He shares the troll about somebody talking about the nosebleed seats that he's got and all that, making fun of him.
Yeah.
Well, he shared that online. Within a matter of 20 minutes, Liam Cohen's wife messaged him right there on the post and said, "Don't worry about those nosebleeds because you won't have to have them. You got 2 tickets to the playoff game, courtesy of me."
Wow.
And then this week he shared with me that he did get the tickets. So Liam Cohen's wife sent him 2 tickets to the playoff game. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go to the Red 17's phone line. We've got Arnold on the line. What's going on, Arnold?
Oh, man, everything's good. Look here, man. I picked 17 points for Miami yesterday, and they did that for the first half. Didn't I win a green salad?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Jeffrey doesn't eat green salad. He eats green frostings on king cakes.
Yeah, I do.
I think Indiana's going to win. I think I told Crusher it was going to be 34-20.
Oh, wow.
Something like that.
That's reasonable.
He's got 37-24 down.
Oh, 37-24. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either
All
way.
right, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Y'all have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you so
forward
much.
to Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the call.
Bye-bye.
I mean, that's it. But, hey, there's a lot of somebody's bound to win. Somebody is bound to win. That's probably 25, 30 calls right there that we are 30 scores.
23 or 24, yeah.
Yeah, so either way.
And you know how many? I think it's only like 5 have picked the Ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's heavy Indiana, which goes along with the narrative that the nation has pushed. I don't know what the ESPN numbers are, but
you know what it is? It's the memory from last week.
Yeah.
38-3.
The beatdown.
Beatdown is what's staying in these people's minds and what they're voting the Hoosiers on.
You know whose mind it's not in? Mine. I don't even remember what happened.
What happened? It was just a dream, like the
know.
Dallas shooting.
What? Let's go.
It's an old thing. It's an old thing. Okay. It's like who shot JR and went on for like months. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I was a kid.
Oh,
I was a kid.
So here I'm picking. You ready? Overtime. Jags and Bills. It's going to overtime.
Yeah.
And the Jags are going to pull the upset.
Really?
Yes.
So you think the Jaguars are going to win? That's shocking. I thought you were going to say the Bills for sure.
Nah. No.
Why? Why are you going Jags?
I just got a feeling. And also, I mean, that's kind of like the home team, sort of.
Yeah.
It's less than a 5-hour drive to Jacksonville. I'm going to go with the team that's
close
around here.
Yeah, and that's
sounds biased.
That's going to be the first team that you pick that's not an away team.
Yeah, first home team.
Yeah, so you're picking them. Jimmy, who you got for this one? Jags, Bills.
I'm going to go with the Jags one, the home team, North Florida. We close enough to North Florida here in Northwest Florida. And I think this year Trevor Lawrence has been the better quarterback than Josh Allen. And who wins playoff games? Quarterbacks.
Yeah, you're right. And if you look, it's going to be, you know what? And I said this yesterday. I said it not too long ago. When you look at those quarterbacks, the ones that can extend the plays, the ones that can get outside the pocket and get first downs, what Carson Beck did last night, what Diego
Pavia, go ahead.
No, Francisco, I always say Francisco Mendoza. He did the same thing against Alabama, and that's what Sunshine's going to have to do, and that's what Josh Allen's going to have to do. The Bills' defense is going to be the key to this game. Mm-hmm. Can they stop the wide receivers from catching passes? Can they stop the run? As bad as I want to say yes, it's hard for me to think that they're going to be able to do that because their defense has really not been good. But with all that being said, Josh Allen is still Superman. Josh Allen is still the guy. Josh Allen is still top 5. Has Trevor Lawrence played fantastic? Yes. Gosh, this is the hardest game for me to pick because I really want the Jaguars. I want the Jaguars to win. We give away Jaguar tickets here. We've given away probably, 8 or 9, 10 tickets for the Jaguars. I want to be a Jaguar fan. I want to push the Jaguars.
This is it.
I just can't do it.
Come on.
Give me the Bills. No. I think the Bills are going to win because of the experience of Josh Allen. I just think Josh Allen's going to be able to do it. And as much as I feel like they're not, I just still can't get away from it. I'm going to go different than you guys. The Jaguars, this is the end of the road for them, unfortunately. I know. I said it. All right, here we go. What you got?
Next.
Let's kick him out of the group.
We can do that. Have a chat.
No more
He's not
finger.
picking no team. 49ers at Eagles. Give me Eagles. 49ers are too beat up. I think it's going to be a lot closer game than some people think. I think the Niners are going to find ways to score, but I think the Eagles are going to take this.
I don't think the 49ers are going to be able to stop anything that the Eagles can do. The Eagles can run the football. They can throw the football. They know how to win playoff football games. They know how to grind you out. Christian McCaffrey, he's going to be the best player on the field as long as he doesn't get hurt, because they're going to be coming for him. Jalen Carter's back healthy now. You got that defensive front. Those linebackers are fast. They tackle good. They tackle well. You're going to see this defense come alive for the Eagles. Give me the Eagles going forward. What you got, Jimmy?
49ers are just way too injured right now. I am not believing in the Eagles. Just watching this Eagles offense over the last, 2 weeks, where in the second half of last week, they had, 14 passing yards in the second half? This is modern-day football. This is not the 1920s. This is the 2020s. But they will get out of this week. So
they will.
It is the Eagles this week.
Yeah, the Eagles. I believe they're going to win.
So you said Eagles? Yeah, we all said Eagles.
I don't think it's going to be close. I mean, they might. I think you can only do with what you got. And unfortunately, the injury bug, I mean, you got to think Bosa, Warner, those are two key pieces of what they try to do. They're gone,
This is a 6-point spread, 44 over under. So they're basically saying it's going to be 25-19. The Eagles are going to put 31 on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Probably. Yeah, you're probably right.
All right. Chargers at Patriots, the least concerning game as far as the south or the middle part of the country goes. We don't really care about this game, but I'll go ahead and pick it anyway.
Well, you know why people care about it? Because Jim Harbaugh is the coach. That's probably why.
Yeah, I guess so on the West Coast. Big whoop-de-doo.
Well, I'm just saying people don't like him in college football because of what he did at Michigan.
Well, who likes the Patriots? New England people.
Yeah, that's about it. But Tom Brady's not there, neither is Bill Belichick. But Vrabel's there, and people do like Vrabel.
They had a recent, this is totally off base, but a recent survey, and it said, who do you think is the biggest bandwagon fans in football, basketball, baseball, and hockey? And they voted the Patriots as the second biggest bandwagon fans in any of the sports. And I was like, what? Are you crazy? No, I think they're pretty much the fan base is up northeast and doesn't really spread out across the nation.
No, I think people like Tom Brady, but whenever Tom Brady left and went for the Bucs, they followed Tom Brady to the Bucs, and they were Buck fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, give me Chargers.
Wow.
That's another road team.
So you think the Chargers are going to go to New England, Foxborough,
beat 'em.
and beat Drake May, who possibly could win the MVP? Really, James, go ahead.
Well, the Chargers' offensive line is composed of guys that sell used cars and insurance. They got nothing there.
Reliable.
There is just nothing there in front of Herbie. Herbie is going to just spend his time running around trying to survive. It'll be the Patriots. It pains me. It pains me deeply. But it will be the Patriots.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are going to win this game. I do believe the home field advantage. I think Vrabel's going to have those guys ready. If Justin Herbert was 100% and hadn't been off, he's been off, so he's going to be rusty. He's not going to be on time. He's going to throw the ball. He's got a really strong arm, but you're going to see a lot of high throws. Mark my words on that. But you're going to see Drake May, and this is going to be one of those weeks that are we going to see Drake May really solidify, take a hold of everybody's mind of saying this guy is MVP, and now you're going to see Drake May being a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
No.
We'll see. It's a good chance. There's a really good chance. But anyway, keep going.
Texans at Steelers. Give me Texans.
And that's Monday night.
It's Monday night.
So you're saying that Tomlin's streak is going to go down the drain.
Yeah.
Why are you taking the Texans whenever you're not a big C.J. Stroud fan at all?
It's that dang defense, man. I saw them in midseason. I was like, holy cow, how are they doing this on Thursday night, just crushing a good team? And I don't even remember what the team was. It might have been the Chargers for all I know. And they just looked so good. It might have been the Chiefs. I don't know. They just looked like they were clicking, and I think it's going to happen again. And I think this is going to be my second pick for an upset. So there's going to be 4 favorites, basically. I think the first 4 are all favorites, I'm pretty sure, and then 2 upsets at the end.
All right, Jimmy, what you got?
This is probably the hardest one for me for the weekend of NFL football. It's 2 defenses that are just absolutely like God-tier defenses that can take control and hold games. So what are we left with? We're left with two offenses that I am not very impressed with. I am going to go ahead and take the age and the veteranism of Aaron, and I'm going with the Steelers.
Well, and that's going to be the key. Is Aaron Rodgers going to be able to throw the ball? As DK Metcalf comes back, is he going to have the type of games that people expect for him to have? That's the biggest thing. That's where I'm like, I don't really know. But give me Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I just think they're going to be able to get it done. C.J. Stroud, even though he played for Ohio State, I don't think he's going to play very good in the cold. I think it's going to be cold. I think it's going to be windy. I think it's going to be loud. I think all those terrible towels are going to be waving in the air. And I don't think it's going to come down to a field goal. Or if it does come down to a field goal, the Texans are probably going to miss. Real quick, I want to give the scores to some. We've got 14-3. What? Indiana. And I don't know who this person is. So if you gave 14-3, if you could put your name in there, that'd be really good. And then we got James Waddle says Oregon 32, Indiana 27. And then Lynn Haven Rob checks in with Indiana 35, Oregon 17. So
that's another one, the same score. Somebody else guessed that earlier.
Yep, that's right. So
they get to share the basket and go eat together. No,
yeah, they can all. Yeah, they can get their $25 gift card. You can go together. Either way, But at the end of the day, do you really think the playoff committee got it right? You got Indiana playing Oregon. You had Ole Miss playing Miami.
Yeah.
Do you think this season it's just really one of those seasons where they got it right and they let the teams that they thought were the best teams play outside of JMU and Toledo.
Tulane.
Well, Toledo, Tulane, Toledo, Tomato, who cares? They played like garbage. But either way, you think they got it right?
Yes, with the automatic bids. Are they going to get rid of the automatic bids? I think that, if you just do 4 automatic bids, let's call that one.
Yeah.
4 automatic bids. Usually your fourth one's either going to be the Big 12 or the ACC. But this year it wasn't. It would be Tulane over Duke.
Yeah, that's true. Either way, I'm so glad that we get to talk about it. And you know what? I'm so glad and thankful for our listeners and all of you that listened this week. We appreciate it. You can call, you can text, you can share, you can comment. We still look at it. We'll still read it. Check out the game tonight, right after the show. It's about to start. Let's go, Indiana. Let's see what happens. But we will see you on Monday. Have a great night, everybody.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your spot for college basketball.
And it goes in at the buzzer. Got it.
Listen to select games from the LSU Tigers, Florida